Welcome back. So this is Our Green Agenda. If you're new here, my name is Alexander, and today I'm here to show off something out of breath. Let's talk about the new plot which is down here. Nothing's changed up here really, apart from there was a mule fire on Aval a while back, but we'll talk about that another day. But let's go talk about the new chicken patch. So firstly, before we get to the chickens and the duckies, I have this. Ta-da! It is an ISO container because, long story short, I had many sheds on the mainland, and I've got stuff in Susie's parents' house, I've got stuff in our house. Luckily this house tour coming soon, people, but the house is a lot bigger, so there's a lot more space for all my stuff. I sold a hell of a lot of stuff before I moved, but it's just like, you just accumulate stuff and you go, oh, that's useful. I'm not a hoarder, people, I promise I'm not. But at the same time, I like to kind of, if it's useful, I know I can make use of it, like wood and other things. And look, check out these pallets here. I'm thinking of, because I'm not going to stick with 7 chickens or 6 chickens, 7 chickens, 1 cock. But I'm not sticking with just those birds. I want to get some more birds. So this is going to be potentially being a new kind of tough and sturdy coop, and that's going to be in the process. I'm going to try and build it before the end of March. So watch this space. And I'm going to film each and every section of it so you can understand how I do things and how I botch together some chicken coops. So that's enough about this ISO container. So we've been busy, and you remember, if you're new here, I sheep mulched, and I got a lot of freebies and sheep mulched a little section over here. So that's looking good, but we'll talk about that next episode. But if you want to know about sheep mulching, click the top right of the screen. There's 2 episodes of where I got my freebies and how I sheep mulched, and there's 8 layers there, and I'm going to soon to put 3 more down, so watch this space. So this was chucking out the dump, peeps. So there's rambling rose here, so my bad, so Rosa rugosa, I was getting confused. But there's fuchsia here, fuchsia does really well here. They're still green, as you can see, so I'm going to chuck them in at some point. And chickens love the fruit of fuchsia, and you can eat them. They're quite sweet, kind of acquired taste, but at the same time they're nice. All my wooden pallets gathered from the old croft, and funny enough, I just found out, because I've been using the drone a lot, our land stops there. So this let me just try and can I run up there? Use the deer in me, come on then. But yes, this is our plot. This is still our plot, this. So God knows what it was. Maybe it was the old school, the gym back in the day. But yeah, this is our old ruin, but I don't think we'll do much with it. I think maybe just use the rocks for something, because this could be like a nice walled garden if we kind of bring it around here or something like that. So, but let me show you inside the croft house as well. So hopefully I don't fall. But yes, we cleaned it out totally and put pallets in it, but I don't know why we put pallets in, we just had an idea of it. And there's more plants here, the willow, some old windows, a lot of stuff's been blown around, so it looks worse than it actually is. But that's the thing, when you're making something pretty, it has to look worse before it looks good, if that makes sense. So we're going to give this a good old tidy. But plus, I mean, I'm working 3 days a week, so I don't have all the time in the world to do this. But anyways, more I'm blabbing here. And if you look up there, you just about see the starlings doing their thing. So favourite patch is this rowan tree, which I've given a trim back. And here, and remember the old duck coop? This is tough as nails, this thing. Like the wind, basically, let me just explain, but basically south is that way. And right now the wind is blowing from the southeast. And when it comes through, everyone's told me around here that when it comes from Aval, which is that hill we saw at the beginning of the video, it just comes pummeling down here. So there's the leaves over there, and it's like the katabatic thing comes straight down. And it broke. It managed to break. Hello, Alfonso. It managed to break the electric fence on this side. So I've stuck it back in the ground. It still works, but kinda. Don't tell the otter. But I've got a new idea anyway to kind of make this place a lot better. It is the chicken area, and yeah, it's nothing special yet. It's on a slope, which is a pain in the bum, and there's so many like lazy beds dug. Look at that, it's like a massive trench. It's like there was a war in here or something. So there's a lot of stuff we've dug out. There's still more stuff to dig out. There's lots of old pots and like broken glass. And so yes, this was buried in the grass here. Let me show you. It can make sense to you guys. But this was buried, and deer can get in here, as you can see. But this is bigger than it is. It's massive. I think I could catch a flipping whale shark with this thing. But yeah, this was buried in there, and I thought, why not use it? Because before I was using that annoying plasticky net, which was just flimsy, and it's not good for the planet really. And so I've decided to use this stuff, and it's working pretty well. What is that? The roots of some sort. It looked like seaweed. I don't know what that is right now. But yeah, so this is it. This is the area, and it's quite annoying because it's been really stormy. Everyone's been saying to me like, "Oh, US is horrible in January and Feb," and I've yet to see it. But then I kind of, I've witnessed it now. So there's like 75 to flipping 80 gust mile an hour winds kind of things just hitting this and bombarding it. So it's just like made the uprights fall down and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a lesson learned. But we have a magical idea. Bath time. Also, Alfonso, he attacked me the other day. It was my bad, really. He didn't really. Well, it was my fault. Basically, what happened was I was feeding him from my hand, as I usually do. He goes, "Oh, you're a nice boy," because he attacked the missus. But then I stroked his back, and I was just like, So he gave me the old fluff. He fluffed up, and then he just started to go for me, and I was just like, "What are you doing, mate? What are you doing?" So I kind of ran around thinking, I did the Karate Kid move, so I could put my boot in his face, and then I realised he was just a chicken. So then I started to push him in his chest and show him like my kind of my strength. And ever since then we get each other now. So we've got a nice understanding. But he's very protective, very good boy, and he's looking after the ducks and the chickens. So I mean they understand everything. So how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can hear everyone's out. So yeah, it's all good. And have a look at the compost. Have a look. So please excuse the wind. It is kind of crazy right now. But it's just so mad how quickly these guys turn everything into mud. Because this was lovely grass. Well, I say lovely. It's kind of, I didn't cut it right back. I kind of left it as it is, and I kind of flipped it every so often. Got lots of shredded paper from where I work, and then chucked it in here. So I've got more compost outside there in bags. If you can just see through the gap. So I've left it there because I didn't have enough. Kind of thought, because it was kind of rushed. We moved house pretty quick. The missus wanted to be out, which is fair. But it was just like a race against time because we only had a certain amount of good weather, so I didn't want to have to build this in the rain because I like to use screws and not hammers and nails. So yeah, but it's looking good now. The system is going good, and I've made this so it's nice and flat and flush, pretty much flat as I possibly can. So when it gets dirty, flip it over, flush into here, and sploosh, and then splodge all into this stuff. So yeah, it's going really good. So during some strong winds, this broke the other day, as you can see, like from the southeast. It's really bad. The wind just went boosh, as you may hear it just right now. Like it's really strong. It is coming from, it's coming from the southeast. So yeah, you can feel that. And you think you think this would stop it, but it just swoops and it comes straight over the hill. Like it just comes straight over and just douche. So that's part of US life. You can see how it's bowed. They made the net all kind of bowy and stuff like that. So, but these guys have been fine. Like the coops have survived, apart from that one. Don't even look at that coop over there. But like a new plan of action for this place is because this electric fence is good. It does work well, but it's a bit annoying after a while because it's just like fragile. It needs a windbreak to work better because it's just bowing and bending, and I don't want it to break anymore because it's been quite cold recently too. So the plan is all the way. See this old line, because this is old, like kind of an old bed. An old kind of, well, basically it's been made nice and stuff like that, and they made like a walled garden. And what we're going to do is, where these stobs are, as you can see, is have pallet fencing, like a box of pallets all the way down, like you see down here. You see this? Like these guys, all the way around this area, and this is going to be their permanent section. And I've noticed around here that the water likes to pool up as well, so they're potentially going to build like a kind of natural pond down here for the duckies and stuff, and for the birds to drink too. And then we're going to have like a gate, create like a little gate just down here, because it's just to make life a lot easier for us, because like I said, this is going to be their permanent space, so it might as well make it kind of like permanent and otter proof, because I don't have to worry about kind of batteries and stuff in this section here. So, and like I'm not going to get rid of the electric fence, but they're going to be used over here. So layers going to be here, as in chicken layers, and then when they get old and they stop laying, they're going to move over there, or laying is less, they're going to move over to this section, but we'll save that for another day. So the sun's out. The sun is out, people. So I've been busy. I couldn't be bothered to film this little section here because I thought I just want to get it done. The wind's on my back, and plus I've got to go back to work today because I couldn't deliver my parcels yesterday. Got to deliver them today. The joys of living in an island, but hey, I chose to live here, so put up and shut up. So look, have a look, because remember I said about getting new chickens? I'm going to get 6 new chickens next week, and I decided to make this little area. So I'm sure if you've been following me for a while, you've known I've made a little coop like this before. And the thing is, you have to separate your chickens from your other chickens in case there's disease and all that kind of stuff. But I'm confident, I've seen the chickens, I know they're not sick. I think I need to separate them because I don't want them to kind of start fighting straight off, because I'm going to get a cockatoo. Have a look at this guy. Lovely chicken. Given to me by a local vet. I'm not going to say her name, but if you want to follow her, her name's at the bottom of the screen. Nice page. She loves animals. She's just like, I think she's going to set up a sanctuary one day. But yeah, so I just botched this together. A couple of pallets, old chicken wire, and some old kind of dog fence. And it works pretty good actually, that dog fence. It saved me having to faff with more chicken wire. Give me some rigidity. So yeah, so remember that old coop I made as well? It's still in action. So I'm just going to use that for time being. Basically these chickens are about 2.5 years old and they're not laying as much, so that's why he's giving them to me. So I'm kind of confident I could get them to spur them on to lay more eggs. But like I said, I want some layers and I want some non-layers, so then I can do my compost and have lots of eggs. So that's the plan. So thanks for watching. The next vlog I'll be mostly talking about over there with my sheep mulched area, where I'm going to put 3 new sections on, and then after that I'll give you a tour of the lovely house and all the space that we have and what we're going to do there and what we'll do in the front garden and the back garden. So thank you very much for watching. Please excuse my kind of lull demeanour. It's just I'm very tired. It's been a long week and the wind's been in my ass. And yeah, it's just been raining and up and down. And make sure you wash out your water bottles, because I didn't wash my water bottle for about a good week, 2 weeks, and I'm feeling it and I feel quite nauseous, if I'm honest. So yeah, make sure you wash out your water bottles, because you can get ill from that. Because yeah, it may taste fresh, but there's little microbes and bacteria build up and they make you sicky. So lesson learnt. Anyways, peace and hugs, people. Love you a long time. And if you're new here, consider subscribing, because this big patch here is going to be turning into some chicken sanctuary, compost making, bee friendly, bootylicious animal paradise. I got to say it straight. But anyways, love you a long time and hopefully see you soon.